Hi, good afternoon, Ma'am Dewi Nopita and all my friends. Today I want to presentation this topic about culture shock. Okay, my name is Angeli Tiara. I am from class K1 English Language Education. So let's see. Okay, this is the topic. What is culture shock? Culture shock is the way you react and feel when the cultural cues you know so well from home are lacking. Culture shock is the personal disorientation a person may feel when expressing unfamiliar way of life due to immigration or a visit a new country or to a move between social environments, also a simple travel to another type of life. Okay, this point A is a cause of culture shock. A person can experience considerable stress and anxiety when they are living in a different culture with a different value from their own. Culture shock refers to the impact of moving from a familiar culture to one that unfamiliar. This impact includes the anxiety and feelings, or such as surprise, disorientation, uncertainty, and confusion, felt when a person must adapt to a different and unknown cultural or social environment. Okay, and B is the symptoms of shock culture. Culture shock is generally understood as a temporary shock felt when confronted by different cultural customs, ways of thinking, and behavior patterns. It actually refers to a psychological state of depression caused by the experience of a success failures in an unfamiliar social situation. Culture shock is a temporary, and everybody goes through it to some extent in the process of cultural adaptation. Okay, this is symptoms of culture shock. 1. Extreme homesickness, feeling of helplessness or dependency, disorientation and isolation, depression and sadness. Hyper-irritability may include inappropriate anger and hostility. Sleep and eating disturbance or too little or too much. And excessive critical reaction to host culture or stereotyping. Okay, this is a point C. Is the stage of shock culture and cultural adjustment. One starts to develop problem-solving skill from dealing with the culture and begins to accept the culture's way with a positive attitude. The culture begins to make a sense and negative reaction and response to the culture are reduced. In the mastery stage, signs are able to participate fully and comfortably in the host culture. Mastery does not mean total conversion. People often keep many traits from their early culture, such as accents and language. It is often referred to as the biculturalism stage. And then point D is a coping shock culture. The cope with culture shock learn to recognize its symptoms. You feel angry, uncomfortable, confused, frustrated, or irritable, and lose your sense of humor. You develop negative feelings about the people and culture of the host country. You eat and drink compulsively or need an excessive amount of sleep. This is a 5-way to overcome culture shock. 1. Set realistic expectations. 2. Keep your mind open. 3. Interact with the local culture. 4. Find similarities. 5. Find a balance between new and. Okay, this is the next topic. Chapter 8 is cultural conflict. Next, what is a cultural conflict? A cultural conflict is a dislike, hostility, or struggle between communities who have different philosophy, and way of living, resulting in a conditionary aspiration and behavior. The notion origins from sociological conflict, derives an anthropological concept of intercultural relation. An example of cultural conflict is the debate over abortion. Ethnic cleansing is another extreme example of cultural conflict. Wars can also be a result of a cultural conflict. For the example, is a differing view on slavery were one of the reasons for the American Civil War. Okay, point A is the cause of cultural conflict. Speakers from the different culture assume that what they believe is right because they have grown up thinking their way is the best, and this may result in a negative attitude and judgment toward other cultures. This xenochrist attitude causes people become critical of individuals from different cultures. Cultural change can have many causes, including the environment, technological invention, and contact with other cultures. Additionally, cultural idea may transfer from one society to another through diffusion or acculturation. Discovery and invitation are mechanisms of social and cultural change. Okay, this is point B, is dealing with a cultural conflict. There are three ways of cross-cultural conflict resolution. One is probing for the cultural dimension. The resulting start from their patterns or acknowledgement that their cultural dimension. 2. Learning about other cultures. 3. Altering organizational practice and procedures. Okay, I think that's all I can explain about two topics, cultural shock and cultural conflict. If I have a mistake, please forgive and thank you.